Peace and light, YouTube. It is your boy, the one, the only, the real CT, y'all. And I am finally back in this thing. Off topic, y'all. It's been tough. It's been tough. If you've been following me, many of you know that I am a person living with a chronic illness. I have sickle cell disease. And so the last few days have been rocky, you guys. And so that's why y'all haven't seen me. But I am back in this thing. Now, you know, I am the real CT, and you know, I'm bringing you nothing but real moments, real headlines. This gum gotta go. Oh, Lord. Again, I say I am the real CT, and you know, I'm bringing you nothing but real moments, real headlines, real life, real CT, you guys. Now, let's get into this thing. I'm just going to touch on a couple of things that have come across my timeline, and I'm just like, ooh, I did feel bad. I was like, dang, I ain't made a video in a couple of days, y'all. So please forgive me. But I'm telling you, living with sickle cell isn't no joke. And then another thing, just being motivated. It's been tough. I mean, just off topic. I'm getting ready to start some separate. I'm gonna put some different kind of content out other than my reporting content. Just, I want to get more personal with you guys. But we are here today. We have to get into Amy Lucci and Dwight Howard, you guys. Amy Lucci and Dwight Howard. I hope I'm saying her name right. I believe that's what it is. I don't know much about her. I do know she was on Love and Hip Hop a few seasons. Didn't watch. And don't know much about Dwight Howard, just from what I, you know, may have seen on, socials, and especially with this whole divorce thing. So it is being reported, you guys, that Amy Lucci and Dwight Howard, the couple who went public December 2024, you guys. So it's been what, 2 years? No, three, like 3 years, I believe. The couple went public in 2024 and they married in 2025, you guys, which they previously had some kind of beef on the internet, and I believe she allegedly filed for divorce back in uh 2025 of July, but they reconciled. Now here it is. It's hit the net that they over there beefing, guys. And not only if they over there beefing, but it's quiet as it's kept. The people are saying that they are on the coconut donuts. They are on the powdered sugar. They are on the baby powder. If you get my drift, powdered donuts. And homegirl just kind of exposed it. I'm not gonna play it, but I am gonna play the audio. Homegirl and kind of just exposed it on the daggone internet. Don't know what it started. I don't know what. Okay. All I know is something about CPS. All right. So let me just read y'all what I done found out. Okay. So as of March, sources are reporting as of March 2026, the former NBA star Dwight Howard and his, I guess, soon to be ex wife, Amy Lucci, and she's also known as Amber Rose Howard. Didn't know that. It says they have had a tumultuous 14-month long marriage. The divorce filing comes immediately after Lucci went on Instagram Live to accuse Howard of drug use, and allegedly the Child Protective Services removed their daughter from the house. Now, guys, she's on the live. She's telling us what's going on. She's saying, this is what's ruining her marriage. And then she keeps saying something about he is turning her stepchildren against her. Now, quiet as it's kept, as I was doing research, the people were saying that she was shading Royce Reed from Basketball Wives, who is the Dwight Howard first baby mama, I believe. And so now Royce Reed has jumped in the chat yet again to get her get back. Okay. So yeah, let's check this out, you guys. First, I'm gonna play the video she went live with, okay?
Taking my CPS to know me. You know, I am so prideful and so private. It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way. But my marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taking my CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through just, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. But it's not even about me, it's about the kids. The stuff that I have to go through with the kids, I have to be witnesses to. I'm in the police at the house. They ask me questions. I don't know how do I lie for my husband. I've never been married before. I'm in love with my husband. I don't want him to get in trouble. So of course I'll be his alibi, but this is going way too far. And now I'm getting mixed all in this. I've been with this man for 14 months. I cannot ruin my entire life for something that this person is doing. I just cannot do it. I tried to get so much help. I asked for counseling in our marriage. We went through 2 different counselors. When I say I love my husband, I don't want to leave my husband, but the positions he keeps putting me in, and it's all over nothing. I keep telling people he needs some help, y'all. I live with him. This is not him. This is not Dwight. This is trauma. This is everything he's been through, but just not the kids. I have to advocate for the kids. And I can't go down for what he's doing. So they took our daughter. And I'm just sitting there like, do I speak up? Do I be quiet? What do I do? But I caught this man. I caught this man forcing our 12-year-old son to cover for him, his son, to cover for him. He had him lying. I recorded it. He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help, and ain't nobody would have fucking listened because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. He needs some help. And this is it. This is what I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to. This shit.
Just the cocoa powder.
This shit right here. I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it. I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this, but you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me, and I can't let you do it no more. I don't want to share the dirty secrets. I don't want to go out like how everybody else did this man. But I got to protect myself now. I'm uncomfortable. Now, I don't know what is going to, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. This man has the money. This man controls it all. And it's not about no money. I've been with this man for 14, 15 months. I never asked him for $1, nothing. I'm not on the credit cards. I just love him for him. But this shit is going too fucking far. And I'm so embarrassed. And I gotta even I'm just like, I don't know what to do. When I heard my stepson being coached to lie on me, I gotta protect myself now. And I know it was supposed to be through sickness and health, but this shit is scary.
All right, y'all, and there you have it. That is Amy. I think I said Lucci earlier. I think it's Luciani. Luciani, I think that is. But okay, we got to dissect this, guys. Now, I didn't show that because, like I said, that is not something I promote on my channel. But if you want to see the actual footage, just go to Google and type it in. Dwight Howard, wife Amy Luciani. Okay, I believe that's her name. And so, she is. First of all, what's up with it? I mean, I understand we are in the social media age, but I think we are just going too far with just some. We need to bring back keeping some stuff personal. You got stuff going on in your marriage. Now, why did she go to live? Why did she run the live? I know everybody want to use everything in their life for content, but some stuff don't need to be content. Some stuff you need to deal with, put the phone away, and that was more so a FaceTime call she should have with her, her mama, her friend, or her sister, cousin, brother, somebody. But the thing, she went, had an argument, allegedly, whatever was going on, crying, snot, tears, cocoa, powder, sugar, powder, donuts in the bag. And you run the live out. And y'all, what's really got the internet in the chokehold is she pours out the cocoa powder and shows it to us in her hand. Then the next thing you know, we see her wipe her nose and she. And so are you just alleging he's doing the drug use because you married him? You've been with him for 14 months, and we're supposed to believe that you weren't partaking in the alleged. I ain't saying you were, but I'm just saying, the way you would sit up there just, you know, on the live, it's just it leaves one to wonder. And then what chick is you? You with ain't he like a millionaire, billionaire? I don't know what he is, no millionaire, something like that. And you ain't on the credit card? Girl, what? Is you crazy? Man, you better get that money, young. What was the point of marrying him? Because I always thought the reason she was getting with him was because of the money. Because quiet as it kept, you know what the streets was saying. The streets were saying, I ain't gonna go there, but the streets were talking. And I'm not one to dabble in the streets because what somebody wants to do with their own, life in their bedroom. I seen a statement as I was researching for this report. And I came across the Dwight Howard, and there have been allegations. People want to know, is he a part of the LGBT community? And he said that people really just need to mind their business. And I agree with that. But this is my thing. If you, and a lot of people in the industry are saying it, if that is something that you partake in, you shouldn't be dibbling and dabbling. You shouldn't be over here with a woman, then you over here with a man. Allegedly, I'm just saying. And I'm gonna play. Claudia has entered the chat. Claudia Jordan, former Real Housewife star of Atlanta, entered the chat, and she had some things to say. I said, "Whoop." The people are on the Dwight Howard's neck. Take a listen.
He should never been married to a woman. First of all, why are you wasting that woman's time? That's number one. Okay. No, that's not alleged. Everybody knows. Okay, it's not alleged. There's lots of evidence out there about Dwight Howard. Y'all know what it is. I mean, look, he got the mouth. Okay, his mouth. Tell you everything you need to know about his. He got a mouth. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm Team Royce on this. Now people can say
Claudia ain't got no sense, y'all.
that Royce is petty and she should have waited. No, the hell she should not. If you have known the story about their relationship, and she crashed out a few months, like a year ago, and gave up all the tea, she's been quiet for so many years about the things this man's been doing to this woman behind her back, allegedly, okay?
And Royce has kept her foot on his neck for many years, and she's talked about, I've seen countless interviews that Royce Reed, his former girlfriend, first baby mom, Royce Reed of I think she's former alum of Basketball Wives, and he got her kicked off that show allegedly. Um, but she has talked tirelessly about how he's like pretty much just made her life a living hell.
That Royce laid out all the receipts, okay, stopping her from getting employment, just keep on filing motion after motion after motion until she's bankrupt, getting her off Basketball Wives, like just putting a gag order on her. He has been interfering in this woman's life for a long time. So imagine you've been trying to tell the world like your story, you get shut up, shut down. Then Amy Luciano comes into the play out and then marries this guy and gets with him and then gloats and is laughing at Royce like it was you're jealous of my position. Ain't nobody jealous of anybody that's with Dwight Howard, except maybe some dudes. Okay. No one is jealous about that. Nobody is jealous. Nobody. Maybe Miss Kitty is jealous. And if you don't know who Miss Kitty is, look up Miss Kitty.
Let's hear from Royce Reed. This is an interview that she did in the past with what's his name? Cam Newton.
Is he gay?
You know, he would.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we already here. Is he gay?
You know, he would like my finger.
Right. Have you ever witnessed him being with another man in the bedroom?
Yeah, all the time. They took mushrooms together. And then they were like in the bed moaning and like touching themselves. Yeah, but they said that's an effect of taking mushrooms.
Where the are the children?
They are upstairs in their rooms with the nanny.
Not with
I think what the problem is whatever the float your boat, you do that but
I agree. Whenever float your boat, do it. But don't in front of the kids, allegedly. And then, I mean, what's the point of being with a chick?
the kids out of it.
When this would happen, it was like late. So they were like done for the night. You asked if they were men.
I don't care if it was in the wee hours of the morning. What about when the kids were sick, got up? You know, just I don't like
in the
that.
room. And
Okay. Well, we ain't going no further into this. I don't know much about Dwight Howard. I'm just going based on what the people are out there saying. But y'all, it is being reported that his wife, Amy Luciana, is reporting claims of drug abuse. And so he has now filed for divorce. And she came out with another statement on how she filed first last year. And I'm like, who cares? Who cares? Either you're going to be together or you're not, you know? And then for her to be with him 14 months and he doing powder sugar and all this, you're not on the credit card? She bumped her head. Because I was for sure. That's why everybody thought she was getting married to him was for the money. For the money. So now you're saying, I don't know. I believe that. She had to be getting some kind of money. Something. Anyways, let's move on, you guys. We're going to get into none other than MONIQUE, Queen of Late Night BET, because she Monique, coming straight out of B More. Did her thing on the Kings of Comedy Tour. She got a new flow. She kicking her show. She got stars coming out her elevator double. This ain't Man and Leno. This ain't Leno. She kicking Jimmy Fallon with her new stiletto. Alright. Oh, I used to love that show. Monique, I love us for real, baby. No, y'all, we got Monique stepping in to the Real CT Live, you guys. Monique is penning a letter to none other than Whoopi Goldberg. Now, many of you know that Monique has had her foot on Whoopi's neck. She's had her foot on Tyler Perry's neck. And she's had her foot on Oprah Winfrey's neck. And it was Lee Daniels, but I think they have made up now. But sources are reporting that a comedian actress Monique has written an open letter to Whoopi Goldberg revisiting their past disagreement about Monique's career decisions. In the open letter, Monique questioned whether Goldberg's perspective has changed since their on-air conversation years ago. noting that more people now appear to support her stance about not working for individuals she believed she had no obligation to. Monique also referenced Goldberg's past legal dispute related to the film Theodore Rex, saying it left her confused about why Goldberg criticized her position regarding her contractual obligation to the filmmaker Lee Daniels. She also called out Tyler Perry, claiming he privately admitted he was wrong for calling her difficult to work with, but has not publicly corrected that statement. Monique closed the letter by saying Goldberg whether she would reconsider her early stance. You guys, I love Monique. I love Monique. At first, sometimes it be like, dang, this ain't the time, or like, come on. She like that auntie that like get on your nerves, but you love her anyway. Like, and then they always pick the wrong time. Like, this ain't the time to bother me with your foolishness. But it's not really foolishness, because really, if you look past all of the just the discourse and the drama, what Monique says, it really reigns supreme. Like, it's facts. And, I love that she stands her ground. Now, standing her ground, you gotta lose some stuff. People ain't gonna want to rock with you. But hey, somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. And at the end of the day gotta end. And so, Monique, I love that no matter what goes on, she is going to ride till the wheels fall off. So I'm just going to I'm gonna read a little something. I'm gonna read what she said in her letter. But first, I was like, okay. As I was reading the letter, I was like, okay, wait, where is this? Because I kind of remember what happened, but then I kind of forgot too. So I did go and look at the interview. So it started from the interview that she did on The View, where she was talking about, she didn't feel that she was obligated to do the press tour, the promotional tour, or whatever it was for the movie Precious. And so Whoopi Goldberg pretty much told her on The View, on live on air, that if she would have called her, she could have schooled her pretty much. And so after that whole incident, I guess they had some kind of like behind the scene interaction where Whoopi said some more things to her that Monique definitely took offense to. And she kind of did another, I wouldn't say press tour, but she did an interviews about it. So let's get into that real quick, you guys. For starters, I'm gonna start with the View clip, so we can refresh our memory on what was said, why Monique is speaking out about their disagreement once again.
I start getting calls from Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. And they wanted me to come work for free. They wanted
what?
to go over to Cannes and promote this film internationally. And I said to them, I said, guys, my deal is with Lee Daniels, and I've done my job. And they all agreed. And this is what happens, in my humble opinion, when you don't go up to the hotel room. See, when I think about those women that
Wait,
said...
I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
Because contractually,
Yes.
when you make a movie, regardless of who you signed the deal with,
Yes.
your job is to go and promote said movie.
Yes.
No. But so when they wanted you to come, and we've had this conversation, and I said, if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected.
And when we did have that conversation, and what I said to you, my sweet sister, I said, Whoopi, At what point do we stop saying the next time? Because what was expected.
But wait,
but I want to answer it though.
Yeah.
I want to answer when you say
Do you want to get
contractual.
paid for the publicity?
Please let me answer. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Because if I had done something wrong contractually, they would have sued me. The reason why no one could do anything to me contractually, because they found out I did nothing wrong contractually. So when they asked me to come overseas to promote the film, when I said, guys, I'm spending time with my family, I'm gonna pass. Now, when I make the statement, this is what happens when you don't go to the room. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate, when you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood. So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me. And because I didn't allow the bullying to happen, this is now what I sit in.
Okay, we have to go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. So this is what I'm gonna say. Right. What Whoopi said, first of all, I don't like the wording. Okay, we understand Whoopi's a vet. We get it. Monique is also, she been in the game a long time too. But to say I could have, if you would have called me, I could have schooled you. You know, like don't. It was a bad. I feel like it was a better way for her to say that, especially if she wants Monique to look at her as, well, I guess one would say a mentor, because if I'm calling you for you to school me, that's what you're mentoring me. That's mentorship, correct? So I can see that. I don't know about that. The school you, it was very much like like she little girl Monique in that moment, but she held her own. And what she's saying is true. If her contract was with Lee Daniels and she already contractually promoted the dates that they said she was supposed to promote in her contract, and then you got Oprah and Tyler want her to go and do something else, and she not getting no extra money from that, then I mean, at the end of the day, can you really be mad? Like, hold on, wait, y'all, somebody's business call. So, that part, I'm just like, see, business call got me off track, y'all. But, what was I saying? Monique, Whoopi Goldberg. So, at the end of the day, can you really be mad? And like she said, because she didn't do what they want. Now, going up to the hotel room, that was a far stretch analogy compared to promoting a movie. But I get it. I'm with you, Mo. I'm with you. But that was a little much. But I can see where you were going. If you don't do what we say, then you could take your livelihood. And that's not right. That's just not right. Just because I don't like this company, I got to beef with this company. Now all of the companies against me. That's not cool. And so, as I was researching another interview, I want to talk about with Monique that she did about Whoopi was this one. I'm thinking this was after the View incident.
So when I get Whoopi Goldberg on the flip saying,
this is after the interview. I mean, she's on The View, and I believe this is backstage, her interaction they had off camera with Whoopi Goldberg.
So when I get Whoopi Goldberg on the flip saying, them little ones coming behind you, you better give a damn about you. That crushed me that day in her dressing room, because see, Whoopi Goldberg told me the salary she makes from The View, and that hurt my feelings, that you've been there for 10 years and you accept them paying you that, and you telling me, don't worry about the little one coming up. God damn, if I ain't got to be worried about you too, because you accept that salary, it makes it hard for me. And how hard do you think it's going to make for the one who ain't here yet, because you accept that salary? So there's stand in my sister's dressing room, and she say to me, you can't be worried about that one coming up. But what if Mom's Mabley didn't worry about you? What if those ones didn't make it better for us.
And then this is another one.
Kind of went all the way out there.
Everything I say lately is going woof.
Yes.
I love that y'all love what I say.
And I think in trying, again, sift through the BS and hear the whole comment, my perception of it was that people took that comment as a dig to Whoopi. You know, you called her the help.
Yes.
And so I can see how that could be a little contradictory in saying, I love my sister, she's been dope, but she's been the help for all these years.
Yes.
How do you reconcile the two?
Well, I told the truth. And what happens is we're now in a society that the truth is offensive. See, I too have been the help. And the very man Whoopi Goldberg told me to get rid of, which is my husband and my manager, he said, Mama, you've got to stop being the help. Because 100 years from now, when your image is on that screen, somebody else's family benefits from that, not mine. So I wasn't standing to do a dig. I wasn't standing to spill no tea. I'm 51 years old. I'm too damn old to be digging and shading. And I'm just saying the truth. When I said Whoopi Goldberg was the help, let me tell you what I meant by that. When I have a woman that says to me on national TV, I could have schooled you. Well, you wanted to school me on how I was supposed to work for free. I simply don't want that type of education. That's
right. I simply don't want that education.
The education you're fine with. That's not the education I want. And that's not the education I want to pass down to my little sisters saying, you just got to do it. Let me school you. If they're not paying you, baby.
I mean, Monique she's speaking, she preaching, because we've seen countless actresses say the same thing. Monique is the only one that's really just bold enough and stand 10 feet down, you know, 10 toes down. And because what's the saying? You know, you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And so at least Monique is standing. But we seen Taraji P. Henson complain about money. We've seen so many of them. You know, I can't think of all of them right now, but Taraji P. Henson is the one that majorly stands out to me. And she's a brilliant actress. But we got to do better. And the reason that, you know, they could pay this person this is because of like Monique said, the people coming behind them or in front of them, you know? So Monique, she penned that letter. I'm just going to read a little bit of what she said, you guys. And then we're going to move on because this video is getting a little longer than what I wanted it to be and what I anticipated it to be. But it says, an open letter to my sister, Whoopi, because I was the little girl coming behind you. She says, hello, Sister Whoopi. I'm encouraged to send you this open letter after recently seeing the video of our last conversation on your show. The tone of the comments today seemed different from the energy 8 years ago, with many people now agreeing with my sentiments about not working for people or entities I don't owe anything to. I wonder, have your feelings changed since that time? I was also intrigued to learn that in the 1993, there was an attempt to sue you regarding the Theodore Rex because it was alleged that you had made a verbal commitment to the film. Your defense was that you never actually committed. You can imagine how confused I was when I discovered this, especially since when I explained that my only contractual obligation was to Lee Daniels, it didn't sway your opinion enough to stop you from saying you could have schooled me on doing what they expected me. Even though Tyler Perry privately admitted on audio that he was wrong for saying I was difficult to work with, to this day, he has not publicly corrected it. The reason I said we must look out for the little girls coming behind us is because of situations like Epstein Island and other powerful people avoiding accountability. People like Tyler Perry refuse to take responsibility. while I had to take responsibility for refusing to sign up for an act of slavery against my will. The worst part is that another woman chastised me on a platform meant to empower women. Now, I don't know if your opinion of my actions was influenced by your former executive producer, Candy Carter's relationship with Oprah, or by your professional ties with Tyler Perry. But what is interesting is hearing you now speak about the importance of standing up for what's right. My question is, your stance truly about standing up against wrong, or is it about standing with the right people? Ooh. I'll wait your reply about whether you still feel you schooled me correctly, but I caution you that if you admit you were wrong, you know you'll be going against the right people. So, are you willing to do what's right for the little girls coming behind us? Or is your position still F the little girl coming behind us? I look forward to finding out because I was the little girl coming behind you. Love you to life, Monique. And on that, y'all, I love us for real, y'all. I am the Real CT. This is CT Live. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I go live or when I upload. And drop your thoughts in the comment section. And I will see you all in the next video. I love us for real. That's my girl Monique, y'all. Peace.